Yeah, so good morning everybody. Cloud ERP livestream, SAP on-premise Quo Vadis is today our topic. This is our eighth week, last day of 8th week we're doing our daily live streams. And each morning, having some considerations about SAP, Cloud ERP, future and so on. Yeah. So, and we started off this week with this topic, elephant in the room, right? New strategy of SAP. They announced about some certain new functionalities only available in the cloud, which is some functionalities around AI and Green Letter. And on Monday we covered some press coverage about that, and Tuesday we dived into a question which is for many very important to have on-premise, which is custom development and custom modifications, and also how this is a contradiction to upgrading regularly and getting new innovations. You might want to watch also these past live streams if you want. On Wednesday we did a comparison between on-premise and cloud, and we compared it actually to, let me see here, to these analogies between a Lamborghini and a Tesla, which have completely different attributes actually. So Lamborghini has a great legacy and is optimized for performance and has a prestige. You have to do a great investment, and while Tesla, you get the newest cutting edge technology, you have a download infrastructure for self-driving and autopilot, and you're getting regular updates and so on and so on. And maybe you want to watch that live stream also. And yesterday we discussed the topic of hybrid. So, but before we dive into that, join us on Menti. Join us on Menti, because here we have some collaborative, or some engagement experience, so that not only I am talking, but also you have the possibility to join with sharing your emotions. At the bottom there are emojis you can share, and also participate in polls. We'll have a poll today also, and ask questions. So your participation is anonymous, so you can join without revealing your identity. And but anyway, it is good to have some feedback. So if you want, then join us on Menti, and then use the code 55492079. So the code for today is 55492079. So even if you are watching on a mobile phone, then it is also possible. You just go to menti.com and enter the number, or you can use the QR code if you want, or even there is a map. So thank you for joining. We have now people joining. Good. Okay, let us progress here. As I just said, we had this analogy between this Lamborghini and Tesla, between cloud and ERP. All of them have their own standing, obviously, and it is a decision that depends on many factors. There's no absolutely clear yes or no, because if you have invested into an on-premise ERP, yeah, and this is not only ECC, it's even also S/4HANA on-premise, obviously, yeah. So you have long-term plans, and yeah, it is maintained until 2040 at least. That's what SAP says, yeah. So you have you want to use cost advantages by using it long, and you don't want to be thinking of, yeah, I have to abandon it if I want to have this new AI functionalities. So, and on the other hand, we said, yeah, but it doesn't have this infrastructure of, for example, if you compare it to a Tesla, yeah, you have the infrastructure of downloading, you have this massive computing center, yeah, Tesla computing center, where all this AI is done, which is necessary for the full self-driving, yeah, and all this, what cameras of all these Tesla cars captures, is loaded into this massive computing center and this massive AI, and it is updated by the second, and all this information is pulled together, and you need a certain infrastructure, a certain computing power to do that. Yeah? So it makes absolutely sense, yeah, that you would expect the newest and most updated full self-driving or autopilot functionalities in a Tesla, but not in a Lamborghini. Yeah? It makes sense because the difference of infrastructure. So what do we do? And we said, yeah, so why not why not do the one and do not, in German we say, das eine tun, das andere nicht lassen. Yeah? Do the one and don't miss out on the other. Yeah, I could translate this like this. So that means, why not have two cars actually? Yeah, instead of fighting and discussing. And yeah, so yesterday we did a poll. So that was from yesterday. How much do you agree? Yeah, I want to keep on-premise for a while. There was some who said, yeah, I want to keep premise for a while, of course. Yeah, invested in it, good. It's optimized for me, yeah, and I can good use it. Yeah, I have the staff in place, they are trained, and so on. So, but still, it makes sense to invest in cloud ERP is even more. Yeah, so this was our poll. I know it's not scientific, it's a little bit just having fun and interaction, but yeah, so it makes sense to invest in cloud, yes, mainly yes. Yeah, so, and two-tier ERP scenarios are relevant for me. What does it mean? So we had a look at, we said, okay, so if you have, for example, S/4HANA on-premise in your headquarter, yeah, so, and you might have some subsidiaries, for example, yeah, why not use S/4HANA Cloud for them to have a leaner, more standardized way of doing things, yeah, because maybe the requirements of subsidiaries are a little bit different from what headquarters. I had this scenario once and I explained it exactly. And I explained it in the last live stream, yeah. And also, why not utilize additional advanced functionality which is non-invasive, yeah, like S/4HANA Cloud for intelligent intercompany reconciliation. Yeah, you don't need necessarily to substitute any systems that you have. Yeah, if you want to take advantage of the new functionalities that are offered by S/4HANA Cloud, and expected with that also the new AI functionalities. Yeah. So there's this possibility to add to this and in a clean architecture and use SAP BTP Business Technology Platform to connect this to the headquarter on-premise system, which is possible, and also even SAP Analytics Cloud makes sense. Yeah. So, as we said, das eine tun, das andere nicht lassen. Do the one, don't miss out on the other. Yeah. Yeah, so that was yesterday, and we said, okay, maybe in the future, but this is not a necessity. So what do we do if we want to plan? How do we do that? Yeah. So in principle, there are several transition paths, and if you look at that from a more like technical perspective, then we can have these, which is, if you have RISE with SAP S/4HANA Cloud, you always have a new implementation. Yeah, that means anyway, this methodology is optimized for migrating data, configuring processes, and so on and so on. Yeah, whereas in the other scenarios there are so-called system conversions possible. Yeah, but as we said, system conversion is not even necessary in such non-invasive scenario, because here in this non-invasive scenario, this one. Here in the non-invasive scenario, you only have an additional system, and also an integration scenario, obviously from the SAP Business Technology Platform. But you don't have to substitute this on-premise system. So that means in our case, this system conversion isn't even relevant, because we can concentrate on this new implementation. In this case, RISE with SAP S/4HANA Cloud, maybe even RISE with SAP S/4HANA Cloud Private Edition, but this is also covered by this announcement. We'll be getting the new functionalities. Yeah, I must say I'm a little bit distanced from this private edition thing. So I'm the public cloud guy, if you want. Yeah. So there are many reasons. It's I told you about my history. I told you that I developed SAP on-premise software, which in the first years I had in SAP when I was software architect, and we had so much learnings from there, and we built this new clean architecture in cloud architecture, and we did this by conviction, and there are so many reasons. Even the extensibility programming model is so that you have a clean core, and this is what we really propose, to have a clean architecture. So new implementation, RISE with SAP S/4HANA Cloud. But this is merely a technical view, I would say. Yeah. So in my opinion, it should be not only a technical view, but it should be not only a technical view, but it should be a different view. So here, what do we have? Okay, like make that a little bit smaller here. Yeah, okay. So what we propose is an approach to substantiate value. That means not only to go into that with a technical view, but to go into that looking, where do I want my company to go in the future? What are my holistic indication? Like to have strategic goals, and how to pursue these strategic goals by utilizing SAP innovations. There should be no project which is only like, I want to do this because there's a new functionality or something. It's always the question, but what does it contribute to? So, and there are two approaches basically we propose, which is this value management approach. I compare this always to a binocle, because it gives us the possibility for the leadership of the company to look into where we want to go. So I used this in Africa, in Tanzania, when we were on Game Drive Safari, and we watched all these animals. So I brought this elephant, and also you see this cheetah behind me. I love the cheetahs, and we had very good cheetah vision, even very close. But for the nashorn, I don't know what to say in English, nashorn, It's not unicorn. It's not unicorn. No, we didn't see a unicorn. Last one. Rhino. Yeah, rhino. Okay. So for the rhino, we needed the binoculars. Yeah. So you can look into where you want to go. Yeah. What are your KPIs? What are your goals in your company? So that is this value management approach, which is also covered by a tool from SAP, which we are trained to apply. Yeah. So this is an assessment, a questionnaire, some information from the balance sheet, yeah, is entered, yeah, and from the P&L, and then what is your current maturity and what is your desired maturity, and then you get recommendations for improvements on a business capability level. Yeah. So this assessment helps us to recommend from this tool, yeah, where are you, where do we want to go, and what are then the suggested capabilities from SAP Innovations. Yeah. So if we go back a little bit, yeah. So this is just one example here. Yeah, intelligent intercompany reconciliation. There are even many other examples like central purchasing and. So there are many possibilities. We cannot even mention them all here. And it depends on your strategic goals of your company and where you want to go and where you want to improve your maturity levels. Yeah? So that is the value management approach, and then we have the business process management approach, and I compare this to the microscope. This is what I used to have in my youth, yeah, and looking at small organisms and micro interesting some seeds and so on and so on. So here you can have a big investigation of the own processes in the system and which processes could be optimized, for example. So that could be another approach, the BPM approach, business process management. It gives maximum transparency, clear indication on improvement actions, and also some recommendations for business capabilities that could be improved or added. So now about the value management approach. Yeah, so the value, actually it is for both. Yeah, so it is about understand how to achieve your business goals with SAP Innovations. Yeah, this is a method. I must say this is a method, and this method helps us to navigate what innovations do we really need and what do we really want. Yeah, it's not only like there's an innovation, I want to have it. Yeah. No, even AI is such a broad topic. What do you need this AI for? Yeah, which process do you want to optimize? Yeah, what is your actual business goal behind it? Yeah, what is your value driver? And just for an example, what a value driver is: reduce days sales outstanding. Yeah, this could be a value driver, for example. Yeah. So how can we do this? How can we utilize AI to reduce days sales outstanding? Yeah, so that is a valid question. Yeah, but this is a completely different approach. Like, how can we automate more, or how can we increase the rate of automation in creating production orders, for example? Yeah, this is a completely different question. So that means the value drivers, there are many value drivers. It depends on your business goals. What does my CEO want to achieve? What should we improve? And then we can go deeper into the performance of the individual processes and actual what they do in your system. Yeah, depending on if you want to do it with binoculars, which is like the assessment questionnaire, or with a microscope, which is like with data extraction and also using SAP Signavio tools to visualize the process performance. And then we could even have a deep dive into usage, which parts of the systems are actually used and not used. Yeah. So this is, for example, an overview about this topic of process maturity. Let me switch off so you can read it all completely here. Yeah. So landscape maturity. It depends also on which levels are you. Yeah. For example, many in the mixed market are standalone in-house small point solutions being used, worksheets to manage processes, but that's not for you because you are interested or you are in on-premise. Then you're at least at level 2 or 3. That means distributed IT systems, multiple solutions with poor interfaces, high data replication, batch processes, multiple instances, multiple vendors, the old ERP world. Yeah. So it's not only about having new technology, but it's also about transforming into a higher level of process maturity, which could be, for example, a centralized IT system, consolidated business processes, business suite, minimal data replication, low number of interfaces, less than 3 to 4 instances. So that is how SAP defines it. Yeah, I would a little bit define it a little bit different. Maybe I would define it like this. I would say to have a clean architecture. So they have clean architecture interfaces that are working together and that are using clearly defined integration scenarios. Yeah, this would be maybe level 3, consolidated business suite, or and level 4 is intelligent applications and platform, which is a data-centric platform supporting intelligent applications that leverage machine learning, Internet of Things, predictive capability to automate transactions and to provide proactive insights. So for level 3, it is good to have business technology platform as an integration for the integration scenarios, but in level 4, it is even necessary. Yeah. So there's no way of reaching level 4 without cloud ERP and without business technology platform. Yeah. So that is basically my take on that. So in on-premise, you are locked up to level 3, in my opinion. Yeah, you can reach level 3, but in level 4, let me think. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. This is why people are now, because this intelligent enterprise, this AI functionalities and these new innovations, they are delivered in the cloud. So that's the statement of SAP. Yeah. So maybe you can do some to reach from on-premise also on this, but it's more intelligent actually to add additional cloud ERPs to that, which can cover this additional functionality. And then if you have a hybrid landscape, you can reach obviously level 4. So what could be such thing which are suggested from these methods? So these methods are able to provide business capability recommendations. Yeah. So these tools help us to, I must drink something, I have a rough throat. These tools help us to identify business capabilities that are from S/4HANA. Yeah. Like cash and liquidity management, entity close, and then accelerate the entity close process through automation and standardization. This could be the value driver, as we just said. Yeah, value driver was that one on the mountain that I showed you just some seconds ago. This one, yeah. This is the value driver. And here we go. Accelerate the entity close process through automation and standardization. This would be the value driver. And this would be the strategic goal. Gain real-time insight into global cash and liquidity with S/4HANA. No? This would be the business goal. Yeah. And then it recommends certain S/4HANA capabilities and additional SAP products which can be utilized to reach these It's just an example. Yeah. So from the assessment and from the business process discovery come these recommendations. And then based on these recommendations, as a result, we can use them for planning the transformation. It only makes sense not to look at this from a technical standpoint, but from a business standpoint. That's my take on that. Okay, different people have different opinions, and that's what we can always discuss. And before we come to the poll, so there's also this process discovery for S/4HANA transformation. This is also a tool from SAP Signavio, which can also look into your current system, be it SAP ECC or be it S/4HANA on-premise. This is installed, and then you also get insight in your current business process performance, system usage, and industry benchmarks. You can compare to the other in the industry. And then you get tailor-made recommendations for S/4HANA functionalities, sub-Fiori apps, and so on and so on. This is what we just said, these ones here. And this helps to build your business case for S/4HANA. And if you want to go hybrid, then S/4HANA Cloud also as additions. Okay, so the tool itself is free of charge, and we offer this service for it. But we can now have a poll. So join us in that poll. I have 5 questions. I hope these are not too many questions. So what do you think? What is your opinion about the transformation journey? I know I have now presented some strong convictions of mine, which may not be so commonly, I don't know, maybe for some it is also a new idea, which is good. So, but the question is, if you think this makes sense or this doesn't make sense. So what is your opinion? So join us at menti.com. If you have not, use the code 55492079 to vote on these opinions. Is value management worth the invest? Agree or disagree? It is better to focus on technical transition? Agree or disagree? Tailor-made SAP innovation recommendations make sense? Agree or disagree? Process performance benchmarking is desirable? Agree or disagree? And last statement, just hire consultants to configure the system? Agree or disagree? So let us do this. I'll do the first words are already coming in. I'll do a countdown for that. We have 1 minute to answer. So take your time. I know there's always a small time lag. And I have to wait a little bit before these comes in. And so that's what we have, this countdown also until voting closes. 15 seconds still. So that's always interesting to get some opinion from you also. And 3 seconds, then we are closing this. Okay, thank you very much. So it's interesting. So there's diversity in value management. It's worth the invest. So there's overly yes, but also some skeptics, which is fair, obviously. It is better to focus on technical transition, which is pretty near to value management. But there's a little bit less conviction. So, but yeah, people have to they value the technical transition as important. So that is important. So tailor-made SAP innovation representations make sense. That is the highest agreement actually. Yeah. So there's not much diversity in this question. Process performance benchmarking, also some more agreement, yeah, I would say, than typical. And just hire consultants to control your system, yeah. It doesn't make sense because yeah, they cannot be fortune tellers. They cannot know what you want to achieve, yeah. So they cannot if we have no strategic goals, if you have no framework of what processes we want to improve, yeah, so they need also the help, yeah, of the leadership, obviously, what should be configured. So, and this is why this value management and also innovation recommendations and also performance benchmarking is so important. And but it's also still important to focus on the technical transition because, yeah, it has to be executed. So it's a pity that the time is up, but maybe we'll discuss it in another session. There's a cloud transformation journey which utilizes SAP Signavio process transformation method. So this is new, thanks to the work of SAP and the Signavio guys, collaborative work, which is actually a thing we are practicing since many years, even decades, yeah, at AdaPro, because we were SAP Signavio partners from the beginning as it was founded, which is 13 years ago, I think, and not only after it joined SAP, which is 1.5 years or even 2 years ago, I don't exactly remember the date, which we happily agree. But we are practicing this since 13 years, so yeah, maybe this is also worth another live stream to explain this process transformation method in more detail. But it is also about process analysis and identifying value drivers and define the goals. So that is what we can all agree upon today. In the beginning, if the right goals are defined, then the rest is easier. Okay. What was this? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is what we also offer here. This is this value analysis. It's a program you can join. So take that link and you can have 4 working days creation of tailor-made results of this value analysis that we just described. So you get your benchmark, your process maturity and gap analysis, and your roadmap for transformation also. And this, remember, this was the binocular. Yeah? Now, if you're more like a microscope guy, like this, you want to investigate your business processes in detail, then it is good to have this one, which is the process discovery analysis. It is utilizing the SAP Signavio tool, and we can identify and optimize inefficient processes, improve business performance, and get recommendations for innovations also. The result is a report as PDF, is data-based process benchmark to competition and roadmap for transformation. Yeah, so that is what we can offer. So time is up, which is a pity. Are there any questions? So let us give some time for questions. You can enter. 10 seconds. Sometimes people are writing questions also in LinkedIn or something, then we can grab them and answer them next day. So one question was, how does SAP grow, influence or change the transformation, the way digital transformation is done? So we have answered this in one of our live streams. No questions for today. So next week, yeah, because there was so much interest in this series, which we had this week about SAP On-Premise, Quo Vadis, we will have that again, but this time in German. So nächste Woche wird es auf Deutsch sein. Wir werden die gleiche sozusagen Serie, die wir diese Woche nochmal gemacht haben, nochmal wiederholen. zum Thema SAP On-Premise Quo Vadis. Und da werden wir das Ganze auf Deutsch machen. Und ja, also für deutsche Interessenten, deutsche Kunden oder wer auch immer gerne dabei sein möchte, Deutschland, Österreich, Schweiz, und kann also gerne nächste Woche dazu stoßen. Da werden wir nochmal von vorne die Themen durcharbeiten, dass wir uns gucken, was hat die Presse gesagt, wie stehen wir dazu, was ist mit Kundenmodifikation, was sind eigentlich Gründe auf ERP zu bleiben, wie können wir diese Hybrid-Geschichte angehen und was kann eigentlich die Transformations-Roadmap, wie kann man das anpacken. Okay, so, thank you for joining and have a great day. Have a successful working day and yeah, last day before the weekend. And yeah, kick it today. So great to have you. Goodbye.